What is the best Pokemon card set to collect in 2025? Now, 2025 has brought us some stunning Pokemon card sets, starting off with Prismatic Evolutions, all the way so far through to Mega Evolutions. So we've got evolutions coming out, don't we? Prismatic Evolutions through to Mega Evolutions with some really nice Pokemon card sets in between. In fact, it's arguably been one of the greatest years of Pokemon card sets I can possibly ever think of. So picking the best set to collect in 2025 was incredibly difficult. Stay tuned right to the end of this video where I showcase the #1 set to collect in 2025. So the first question before we jump into the sets is, I guess, what actually makes a set collectible? And there's a few things that come into play here. Of course, the chase cards matter. It's got to have nice chase cards. It's also, in my opinion, got to have nice depth. And then on top of that, it's also got to have nice artwork. And then also, I think there needs to be an element of some sort of thrill or hunt or surprise when you're opening Pokemon card packs. Now, sometimes it can be quite the opposite. Like if you look at something from 2024, like Paldean Fates, that was a fun Pokemon card set to open because the pull rates were so easy. Like you felt like you were getting a shiny in nearly every second pack because in fact you were. There was like 48% hit rate for something in Paldean Fates. And then on top of that, you had that tiered chase of maybe pulling the Charizard, the Gardevoir, or the big hit, which is the Bubble Mew. So that was a fun set to open. Now, the other side is you do need to have that thrill or that rush. Like sometimes, like people call it traumatic evolutions for Prismatic Evolutions, or Evolving Skies, they called it Evolving Cries, but it was like when you did get that hit, it was amazing. Like it was the one that made you jump out of your seat, you know, throw your hands up in the air. Like there's got to be some element of that to it. So all those things coupled with creating a beautiful binder of Pokemon cards for a set is, in my opinion, what makes a good Pokemon card set to open and collect. So let's jump into the first set for 2025, which was Prismatic Evolutions. This set is a phenomenal Pokemon card set. $8.70 a pack at the moment. Finding these in the wild, there has just been a reprint which has brought prices down a little bit for Prismatic Evolutions. The ETBs got reprinted there, but still, total set value is $4,850 US. There are not too many Pokemon card sets that come out the gate with a total set value this high. That is a phenomenal total set value. Now, in case you're wondering more so about prices and pull rates and everything else in between, you can see some of the top hits up here on the screen. The Umbreon is still going for over $1,000. You have all the other evolutions. On top of that, Shinji Kanda chips in with the lovely Roaring Moon artwork. There's Pokeball Reverse Holos. There's Master Ball Reverse Holos. This set really is something for the ages. It is a fantastic Pokemon card set. And when it comes to pull rates, like people did call it traumatic evolutions, but 1 in 5 packs at 19% is going to pull you something, whether it's a Master Ball, a special illustration rare, or a Pokeball. Like it's going to get you some sort of hit. But having said that, pulling any specific SIR is 1 in 1,440 packs. So pretty damn difficult to pull yourself that Umbreon. It's right up there with Evolving Skies Umbreon, which is about 1 in 1,600 packs or 1 in 1,800 packs. It's very close pull rate wise to getting the Moonbreon from Evolving Skies. And we all know how tough that was to pull. So right up there when it comes to pull rates. The second set, which is arguably the weakest set from 2025, is Journey Together. And by no means is it a terrible Pokemon card set. It's reflected in booster pack price. It's currently at $6.50 a pack. Total set value is quite weak when you compare it to a lot of other sets that come out in 2025, $614 US, and quite typically when a set first comes out, or even in the first few months, total set value is quite high. And then cards, as more and more gets open and there's more supply in the market of singles, we start seeing this level out of the total set value, and it finds its feet. And then some cards can bounce up in price, and some can drop again, and some can jump up massively. And eventually, as a set gets older, it finds its place place in the market, and some will get etched in history and some will get left behind. And look, Journey Together, in my opinion, is a better set than what it gets credit for, but it's not going to go down in history as one of those great Pokemon card sets. $614 total set value, like I said. There are some nice hits in there. Of course, the Lily's Clefairy is a beautiful looking Pokemon card. The Salamence is really, really cool in that special illustration rare. There's also things like that Wailord artwork, the Articuno inside there. It's not a bad Pokemon card set, like I said, by any means. Same thing, it's sitting around that 1 in 5 packs where you're going to get yourself something. Pull rates are a touch easier for this set because it is slightly smaller. So if we bring them up on the screen here, you'll see 1 in 518 packs will get you any specific special illustration rare. So it's nearly 3 times as easy to pull that Lily's Clefairy as it is to pull the Umbreon from Prismatic Evolution. So a lot easier there. The next big one to come out, of course, the nostalgia, the talk. This set really had it all. Like, it was touted as the most anticipated Pokemon card set that I can possibly remember for a long time. And look, to be fair, and I hate saying this, it didn't quite live up to the massive expectations that were on its shoulder. That doesn't mean it's stuffed up. That doesn't mean it's a bad Pokemon card set. It just didn't quite live up to its expectations. I would have loved to have seen more depth to this set. I would have loved to have seen the introduction of light and dark Pokemon coming back. I would have loved to have seen things like Team Rocket's Scyther, Team Rocket's Gyarados, or Dark Gyarados, Team Rocket's Dragonite. Like, we do have some good Pokemon cards inside here, of course, looking at it. It's $8 a booster pack, by the way. Total set value is up there at like nearly $2,300 total set value. We do have some nice cards. Rocket's Mewtwo, or Giovanni's Mewtwo, looking like a great card. Team Rocket's Moltres. Like, they did hit the nail on the head with a few cards. The Nidoking inside there is beautiful. But like I said, this could have been absolutely belted out of the park with things like Dragonite, Gyarados, Scyther, getting cards. Like, they just, I don't know, they missed a trick a tiny bit. And taking nothing away from this Pokemon card set. Like, it is an A-tier set by all stretches of the imagination, definitely. And you can tell that by the nostalgia attached to it, how much people want it, what the booster box prices are going for. And just so you know, pulling any specific special illustration rare is 1 in 1,053 packs. So it's not easy pull rates, not as difficult as Prismatic Evolutions, but still not easy pull rates. And same thing, you're at about 1 in 5 packs to get yourself some level of hit out of there. Before we jump on to the next one, I just wanted to give a shout out to today's video sponsor, which is of course the Collector app. There'll be a link in the description to download it. If you don't have it, you can follow my journey down in the content creator section. Heaps of changes to this app. You can sign up and be a pro user, which unlocks all the data in the world for timeline of individual cards and sealed product. It also gives you access to really cool giveaways. The other side of the coin now is when you click on a lot of tabs in here, heaps of things have changed. So when you check out your portfolio, typically you just have most expensive item to least most expensive item. Now you can see what daily movers you're getting. So what products or singles you have that are making moves either in the upwards direction or sometimes in the downwards direction. Moreover than that, when you click on your account in the bottom right hand corner, you'd see how much you spent and what your total value. So you'd see your paper gains. But now when you sell something, you'll actually see that you can lock in what you've sold it for and see your realized gains rather than paper gains. Again, the Collector app, awesome app, link in the description to download that one. The next set that came out was Black Bolt, White Flare. And look, these in my opinion were much better than anticipated. These actually were better Pokemon card sets. And look, you need to be a Gen 5 lover to love them. If you're a Gen 5 lover, like, you are just frothing at these Pokemon card sets. Booster packs for Black Bolt is slightly more than White Flare. You've got about $9 per pack for Black Bolt and about $8.50 for White Flare. Total set value for Black Bolt, again, is a slight bit higher than White Flare, $3,000 versus about $2,700 US. To get any special illustration rare out of this, any specific one, you're looking at about 1 in 900 packs. There are so many illustration rares as well. Like, you've got every Pokemon covered here. And because of that, any specific illustration rare as well is very, very difficult to pull. You've also got that red Victini that you could also possibly pull, and the white Reshiram and the black Zekrom in the, I don't know, this, yeah, white and black card, I guess, and red card to go with it. Some really, really cool and deep artworks used inside these Pokemon card sets. I think they'll be a sneaky performer. Total set value for these sets is insane. But like I said, if you're not a Gen 5 lover and you didn't grow up with that, you might not have the nostalgia attached to this. But geez, what binder sets they will make. And finally, the next set we saw in 2025 is, of course, Mega Evolution. And what a great base set. Have we seen a better base set across the history of Pokemon, other than, of course, the original base set, than Mega Evolution, maybe in the last 15 years? Have we seen a better base set in the last 15 years? Probably not. Total set value is up there. It's at $2,586 US. Packs are going for about $7 US a pack. There is insane pull rates inside here, which I'll get to in a second. We, of course, have the 2 gold cards in the Gardevoir and the Lucario. We're starting to see some of these cards come down in price a little bit, so total set value has reduced. We're starting to see, cards like the Mega Venusaur, the Mega Lucario, the Mega Latias, that were holding slightly higher values just reduce in a little bit and find their place in the market now that more stock is being opened. Now that more booster boxes and packs are getting opened, there's more supply in the market. Like I said, singles will find their feet. But this is a fantastic base set. It's really good. And like I was saying about the pull rates, if you look at them, you're at about 1 in 1,000 to get any specific special illustration rare. And moreover than that, to get one of these gold cards, you're up over 1 in 2,000 packs. Like, those pull rates are insane. And look, love them or hate them, like they're gold. You can't really make out the artwork as well, but the texture on them, the raised parts, they are as good, in my opinion, as a gold card could possibly look for an all gold card. And those pull rates are just going to hold their value. I love the tiered chase they've done in Mega Evolutions. So I guess with all that in mind, 2025 has brought us some phenomenal Pokemon card sets. Just so you know, by the way, Black Bolt White Flare does have, and I forgot to mention this, the best pull rate. So you're looking at 1 in 4 packs to get yourself something, and that does make a little bit of a difference in my eyes. So to summarize everything, what is the best Pokemon card set to collect in 2025? I'm going to have to give an honorable mention to Destined Rivals, just because of the nostalgia factor. I do think, and this may be harsh on it, you may agree with me or disagree, that's completely up to you. I do feel they missed a lot of tricks in this set, and for that reason, I can't give it the best set to collect in 2025. A massive, big honorable mention to Black Bolt and White Flare. If you're a Gen 5 lover, this is your set. 1 in 4 packs, so best pack ratio of pulling yourself something out of there makes for a fun opening experience. The amount of illustration rares, the tiered chase of getting special illustration rares, the double tiered chase of possibly pulling a white or a black card or the red Victini. I think they've done a fantastic job with this Pokemon card set. So it was so close and so hard not to give it to this set. But the number one set to collect in 2025, in my opinion, is Prismatic Evolutions. What a Pokemon card set. The fact that we have Pokeball and Master Balls, mind you, which also came in black and white, Pokeball and Master Balls bought into the English experience. Moreover than that, we had God Packs bought into the English experience. How good will that be for investors and openers and streamers in the future to possibly open a God Pack of Prismatic Evolutions? And how good is it from a collecting slash, I suppose, opening experience to possibly get yourself the God Pack? I know how hard pull rates are, like, don't get me wrong, it is difficult. It's nearly 1 in 1,500 packs to get any special illustration rare in a specific form, whether it's the Umbreon or the Sylveon or the Espeon or whatever it might be. But this as a collection is, this in a binder is just going to look phenomenal. All the Pokeballs, all the Master Balls of the evolutions, like I said, Shinji Kanda kicking in with a beautiful roaring moon. The only thing that gets me is, these Terra hats, the crystal hats, and the artwork style. I still don't think personally, and this is taking no shot at this being the best set for 2025, but me personally, I still don't like the artwork of special illustration rares quite as much as alternate arts from Sword and Shield. I might be living in the past a little bit, and again, you can agree or disagree, that's perfectly fine, but the artwork for alternate arts was better artwork in my opinion than the special illustration rares. And some of them perhaps maybe look a little bit goofy, or the artwork's a little bit whack when it comes to some of the special illustration rares, but that takes nothing away from Prismatic Evolutions, in my opinion, being the best set to collect in 2025. Let me know your opinions down below. I'm Michael, this is Pokey Oz. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll catch everyone next time.